Very nice.
All right, so this week we are back in front of our 2023 Raptor build. I've got a Turbosmart box in my hand. Our good friends at Turbosmart sent us a blow-off valve and a bypass valve plumb back option to install on our Raptor. We're gonna install the vent to atmosphere option. We'll take a look at both on the bench first, so let's get into it. All right, so we have both Turbosmart kits here. This is their BOV Ford F-150, and this is a BOV Ford F-150 plumb back. So this one's gonna vent to atmosphere. So here's the valve. This one's gonna vent to atmosphere through these ports. This is gonna plumb it back into the system. I'm a recovering Subaru addict and sport compact guy, so we're gonna try the vent to atmosphere first. But yeah, these are really nice. These are electronic controlled. This will be the first time I've used an electronically controlled bypass valve or blow-off valve. So looks good. I remember from when we installed that front mount exactly where this is gonna go. Of course, I wish that I had had this at the time, but it should be a quick install. So the other thing, because we're gonna plug that recirculation hose, it's got a little plug here. It's a really nice heavy part. All right, so now we're basically gonna undo that COBB front mount intercooler install we did earlier. We're gonna tear off the skid plate. We're gonna lower the intercooler support. We'll undo the hose clamps, pull the intercooler out, and install this blow-off valve. All right, so we've disconnected the fan again. I'm gonna disconnect the OEM bypass valve harness, which I think was tucked up here. All right, if you didn't watch the COBB video, this is the COBB front mount intercooler. This is the factory replacement. These are the OEM hoses and connections. This is the OEM bypass valve, so this is where it plumbed back to the system. This resembles that billet piece I showed you. So I'm gonna remove this 1 Allen key here, or screw rather. This is gonna quarter turn off. That's the same interface as you saw on the Turbosmart kit, so we're gonna swap that and then reverse our install. This is obviously pretty compact. So we're replacing this with this. We're gonna use this bracket, which is gonna secure the blow-off valve from spinning off the intercooler. We're good to go. There we go, we hit a nice stopping point. That looks about right. All right, so that's on there, that's super stout. So the next thing we do before I lift this in is, you can see this is where it plumbed back. This is the plug that Turbosmart gives you, so I'm gonna pop that into the plumb back hose. This brings me back to laying in the cold garage floor of my Minnesota house.
Wrenching on a rusty Subaru.
Wrenching on rusty cars. All right, here we go. And then the fan's got this lip on the top, so the fan needs to sneak through here. Up and over like that, so the fan's hanging. Everything is wet and gritty.
A little extra seasoning.
All right, so now I'm plugging the Turbosmart valve into the factory harness.
All right, we know it works. That'll get everything buttoned up. All right, Matt's gonna take her out for a quick test drive in the parking lot. See how she sounds, under load at least. That's great. That is very nice.
All right, so that is that. We just took it for a drive. It makes noises, so that's cool. Turbosmart, this was the vent to atmosphere valve. There is a plumb back valve, very similar, obviously just plumps back. Yeah, that's it. Really pretty straightforward install. I, of course, benefited from having done the intercooler already, so it was familiar, but it took me under an hour. But that's it. Check back next week.